welcome back to my channel. I'm back again today with another interesting topic. If you are just joining me today for the first time, you are very much welcome. I want to say thank you to all of my viewers, all of my subscribers, and to those that just stumbled upon my videos. Please don't just pass by, subscribe and hit that bell icon. That way you're going to be notified whenever I upload new video. You know guys, my channel is all about being informed, inspired, and motivated simply by Bueno. My name is Bueno and this is my channel. You are most welcome. Today, I'm going to talk about how Liberia was bought. How did the American people, those American colonization society people, those colonies, how did they first came to Liberia? How were they able to get the land in Liberia for the free slaves to be able to settle? What happened at the beginning? How did all of this transaction transpire? So that is what we are going to talk about today, guys. Without wasting much of your time, let's get straight into our topic. I'm talking about Liberia, and Liberia is on the west coast of Africa. It's bounded by Guinea, Sierra Leone, Africa Coast, and the Atlantic Ocean on the south. And today we are talking about how those free slaves came to settle in Liberia. How did it all happen? Because I know they did not just took them from the foreign land and just brought them and put them in Liberia. There was something that happened. There was some transaction that went on. There was some stories. So something happened before those free slaves were brought in Liberia, because you can just go and take somebody from somewhere and then you just come and bring them somewhere that you know nothing about, that you don't have access to, and you just come and bring them there. So we want to find out, because we all know that the free slaves, those people that were free from America, they brought them into Liberia and other neighboring countries. So guys, what happened before they brought them to Liberia? But before then, this colonization, which is the American Colonization Society, this colony, they were funded for the free black slaves, those people that were free in America. Because during that time, there were lots and lots of black people, a lot of slaves that were free, and they were beginning to cause problems. The people realized that it was going to become an issue for them if they hadn't do something about those blacks that were free from slaves, because there were so many and they were protesting, and some of them were not even comfortable. Even though they were free, they were not comfortable being where they were. So it brought a lot of confusion, a lot of things, lot of riot, a lot of things started to happen. So they decided to find place to take these people. And most of all, they took these people, some of those people, or most of those people, they took them from Africa. So they decided, okay, since we take them from Africa, we can carry them back to Africa. But some of those people that they took from Africa, some of them passed, some of them, their children were there living, who become slaves, and they were born in the foreign land. Some of them, they didn't want to come back, but because they saw it and it was necessary, it was going to be a great help for them to put aside and to stop all of these riots and too many black people, too many things here and there. They thought that there was going to be a revolution. So they say, let's find a place to take them. Since they come from Africa, let's go to Africa and take them back there. But they had to fund a group, and the group that they funded were the American Colonization Society. But they funded these groups and these people. In the year 1818, the society sent 2 representatives to Africa. These 2 representatives, they sent it to West Africa to find a suitable land for these black people, these people that were free from slavery. But when they came to Liberia. That was the first place that they came. And so when they came, they met the indigenous people in Liberia. And these indigenous people that they met in Liberia, they could not agree to sell any part of the land to those representatives. They did not come to any conclusion. There were no negotiation on a land for their free slaves. So they left from there, from Liberia, they went to Sierra Leone. So they came to Liberia first before they went to Sierra Leone. But when they first came to Liberia, they didn't just get land. It didn't just happen like that. There was no agreement. It was hard for them to find any agreement with those rulers, those indigenous people that were ruling at that time when they first came. They first came to Cape Masurado, and those people that were there, they didn't have any agreement with them. So they left from there and then they went to Sierra Leone. When they went to Sierra Leone, they had an agreement, they had a settlement for a land. They administered the settlement and they decided to put it under the U.S. law in Sierra Leone, and that was in Shebu Island. So they reached to an agreement. They was able to get land in Shebu Island in 1888. Of those free slaves, along with 3 agents, they came to Sierra Leone. And they found shelter in Shebu Island off the west coast of Africa. There where the first free slaves came. It was Shebu Island. While they were there, many of those people died from malaria. The first group that they brought, that they took to Shebu Island, many of them died from malaria. And so, when they saw that most of those people were dying, they decided to go back to Liberia to go and negotiate there for land, which was in 1821. And during this time in 1821, the U.S. Navy started resuming a search. They started checking again to find land for a comfortable settlement, and they went to Liberia. Once again, when they came to Liberia, the local people, which was the indigenous people, they refused to sell land to those people. The Liberian people didn't want them to sell their land to those American people, to those colonies. They refused to sell land to them. But then what happened? Because we know that the free slaves came to Liberia, so how did they got the land? The Navy, the lieutenant that was in charge at that time, which was Robert Stockton, he coerced a local ruler to sell a strip of land to their organization, because it was hard, and so he had to do something for them to get the land. So when they finally got the land, those people that they took to Shebu Island that was dying from mosquito, they then took them and brought them to Liberia, because Shebu Island is Sierra Leone and it's not far from Liberia. So what they did, instead of them leaving them there to die, they took them from there, brought them to Liberia, and then they went back to their country and brought those other free slaves to Liberia, because they found that the place was good, it was okay, no problem like where they were before. So they went back and started to bring other settlers in Liberia. But because those people, the local people, which were the indigenous people, they didn't want to sell their land to those people, they were always having issue with them. They always had problem with them. The settlers, they built fortification for protection for them, because the indigenous people, those people that they met there, the people really didn't want for them to be there. So the people always used to attack them, used to fight them, till they built some fortification to protect them. And in that same year, 1824, the settlement now that they were in, it was named Liberia, and then the capital city was named Monrovia in honor of James Monroe. In honor of President James Monroe, got enough money from the U.S. government for the settlement project. So, as we all know, yes, we know the free slaves came to settle in Liberia, but they did not just, it wasn't easy for them, it was hard. And some history or some legends says that they put those leaders at gunpoint before they could even get the land, because it was very hard for them to sell the land. And then back then when we were in school, they said those leaders, they sold the land for small fish. But it wasn't easy for the people to get the land. When they went to Sierra Leone, it was easy for them to get land, but when they came to Liberia, it was very hard because the indigenous people, they didn't want any other people among them. I guess so. That's why. And then they refused for the people to come, and they refused to sell land to the people. And even when they were coerced into selling that land, when the free slaves came, they attacked them, they fought against them. It was so hard for them to even be comfortable there. But later on, things begin to be comfortable. Yeah. So guys, I'm going to stop here today. This is how the land of Liberia was bought for the free slaves to come and settle. It wasn't easy. We all know the free slaves come and settle in Liberia and they form Liberia. But before they come, this is what happened. This is just a brief story of what happened before the free slaves came to settle in Liberia. So I'm going to stop here today, guys. I hope I make sense. If you have anything to say, please leave me your comment in the comment section. You are there to add up to what I just said, or to subtract, or to give me your opinion, guys. It will be very, very appreciated. I thank you. Please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And always hit that bell icon. That way you're going to be notified whenever I upload a new video. So I see you there. I see you on my next video, guys. Have a good day. I love you. Stay safe. Bye bye.